Hello, friends. Hello, and welcome back to John's Comics with Kids and another Saturday morning comics. This is the show that used to be me with my daughters hanging out talking about what we're reading, is now it's just me hanging around talking with what I'm reading and what's going on with me. This has been a wild month here. June has a lot of things going on. Father's Day, end of Omni X-Men season, giveaway stuff. And then my birthday was last Sunday. So a lot of stuff going on. It's been a bit of a whirlwind. So I'm going to kind of take you through some of the things that I got and some of the things I've been reading, some of the stuff I've been enjoying. And let's say hello to the chat like we always do and see who is hanging out with us. We kicked the morning off with Shop for Comics. What is going on, Shop? He says, "Happy birthday, John." Thank you, my friend. I haven't really been doing a whole lot of live streams, but John Doom has been lurking. I've been watching channels and hanging out. Since it was my birthday week, I was just kind of taking it easy. And with Omni X-Men wrapping up, it meant a little less on my plate, so a little more time for other things. We got the White Tiger, Ruben Guzman, in the chat. What's going on, Ruben? Thank you, sir. Happy Saturday to you. So yeah, technically last Sunday, but we're stretching that out. Now that I'm officially older than JP, he can start considering me old again. So there's that. I got that to look forward to for the next 6 months. Whoop, whoop. Hello to Magic Lasso singing the theme songs, but sadly no bagels, no beagles, no Kate, and no Charlie. Kind of slumming it today. Sorry about that. We got Derek in the chat. He says, hit the like button. I appreciate that, Derek. Thank you very much, my friend. I was just in the chat over on Cliff's channel with JSS. We were having some fun and some laughs and goofing with Cliff over there. He has Brian LCS on his show, and I think they're just getting to the end of their rated or hate it section of the day. So I'll have to go back and finish the show on the rewind. But I've been listening to Cliff while I've been making breakfast and getting things ready in here. He's been recounting his roller coaster of Heroes Con and kind of what he went through for that. Sounded like a little bit of a tough emotional journey for Cliff. I'm sorry to hear that. Does the clock on the back wall actually have a working battery and keep time? It's asking for Flavor Flav. It is working, and it's off by an hour. I don't think I reset it after the time change. So it says 7:30, but it ain't. It ain't. To the fellow Gemini, sadly, I am like the second day of Cancer. I am June 22nd. So I am, as I have often been told in my life, something of a Cancer. What is up, Wellbore? Good to see you, my friend. Happy Saturday. And we got Adrian, actual Dracula, in the chat. What's going on, Drac? Good to see you, my friend. You were in the same Cliff chat. A lot of you guys, I was chatting with most of you. And there's my friend Paul from Florida Gulf Coast University. What's going on, Paul? He says, happy belated birthday. I appreciate you, my friend. Dio Wolf's in the chat. What's going on, Kenneth? He says, hello, John and friends, but especially John. The old part. That's fair. That's accurate. We got Matty H in the chat. What's going on, Matt? Happy Saturday to you, sir. Christina Payne, moderator extraordinary, award-winning, I should say, award-winning moderator, Christina Payne. Hello, Christina. Inja Binja's in the chat. What's going on, Inja Binja? I hope your Saturday's going well. I haven't seen Sheena yet. I don't know if Melanin and Manga are going to pop in the chat, but I do know they've been all over the place doing really cool stuff. And I know Sheena's going to be on Blame Fable later in this in July. So the crew producing content like crazy. I'm happy to see it. Another great community member, Matt, Mr. Comics 89, is in Korea. I hope that's going well, sir. So I don't even know what time it must be for you, if it's evening or what. Crazy. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. Let's see. Ooh, dropping the link for Magic Lasso in the chat. Nobody needs that. Nobody needs to encourage this guy who is well on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Just a reminder that, yeah, you should click that link. You should click that link. You should do it. All right. So, yes, happy Saturday, gang. It's been a bit of a roller coaster week. I treated myself, treat yourself, to some goodies as part of the end of the school year and, Father's Day and birthday and all that kind of stuff. I sort of treated myself to some goodies. I got scattered around. and I got some channel news and stuff to go and celebrate. Yes, 60 more subscribers, and he'll hit 1K. Fantastic news, and he's worth the subscription. And occasionally, you can suffer through seeing my ugly mug over there when we talk our Avengers and our Justice League. We got my Batman mug here. Yes, there we go. So first up, I believe I shared these, but I want to remind, yes, I grabbed Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinneman. This is the first volume in his self-published, originally digital published series that are finally getting the hardback treatment. So I heard great things about this fantasy comedy series, so I snagged volume 1 of that. I'm working my way through the second volume in the Rebecca Yarros, Fourth Wing series. I'm about 3/4 of the way through the book. It's been great. I'm excited to get into it and talk about it with some friends, but this is what I'm currently going to try to finish this weekend if I'm possibly able. This is going to be high on that list. And then over here, I've also got my pickups for this week. It included the next hardcover for World's Finest by Dan Mora. And I know they're publishing these kind of slow. So this goes through issue 30. I've got volume 5 somewhere, but I can't for the life of me find it. But I've got 1 through 4 on the shelf. So now I've got technically 1 through 6. I don't know that I'm going to keep buying these after Mora finishes, because really, like, 3/4 of the reason I'm buying it is because Dan Mora's artwork is so flippin' good. The other quarter is, Mark Waid is a really fun writer, and he makes a very entertaining superhero comic. But yes, I had to get the new volume of World's Finest. Very entertaining. I've not been disappointed yet by any of them, so I got to keep up with them. And I also treated myself to Local Man, Tony Fleecis, Tim Seeley. They finally released it in the oversized Image hardcover. This is the entire volume so far. They're on a break right now. I know it's weirdly numbered, so let me explain that. They do issues 1 through 13 and then issue 25. And I have to tell people, don't worry, it's not skipping issues. There are no 14 to 24. So this is the first 14 issues, plus there's a couple other little one-shots thrown in. So this is everything published so far for Local Man. They will probably keep up and do a second volume at some point, but for right now, this is the entire story, and it's been a whole lot of fun, and I've really enjoyed it. So yes, I snagged this. If you're a 90s Image comic fan, this plays on that lore a ton and has some good laughs, but also some fun twists, and I like the universe a lot. So big fan of Local Man, and now it has officially come out in a hardcover edition, which I was very excited about. Let's check in with the chat, say hello to some friends before I do some of the single issues, because there was a lot of comments going on here. Let's see. Terry from the Bronze Page. He's just a couple of days away from finishing his June X-Men cover challenge, but he's already hyping up a July Spider-Man cover challenge. I will tell you, I'm going to struggle with this one because I'm not a huge Spider-Man collector. I've got a Spider-Man short box and then like a Venom short box, and that's pretty much my entire collection of that stuff. I was able to make my entire ASM collection into a 13-minute video at one point, so it's not an impressive collection. We'll see if I can participate somewhat in that one. The link for Comics Curing Cancer. Thank you, Christina. And actually, Christina, if you're still in the chat, there is a live stream today at 2:00 over on the Bronze Age Nerd YouTube channel. Bronze Age Nerd. He is doing a charity auction for Heroes for Heroes, which is a veterans group. And there'll be a lot of comic books and original art and all kinds of stuff going up for sale. And everything goes towards the Heroes for Heroes charity. And I will be in that chat. I will be bidding on stuff, but I wanted to let people know and remind them that this is happening over on the Bronze Age Nerds YouTube channel. And Chris is an awesome guy, and he's always supported vets, and I've done similar things with him on my channel. So this is a great cause, and I will be there supporting that. So just as a reminder. And yes, you can nominate your CBC awards, and that's very kind of you to mention me. I'm certainly not asking anybody to I'm Simple Simon did a great video on this just a couple of days ago. I don't feel the need to promote myself. I'm not, it's wonderful that people think about me, and that's awesome. But it's more for me, it's about really, and Simon was great at explaining this. Like, it's a great way to support all the channels that you like, all the creators that you like, all the people that make stuff that you enjoy. So in that way, right now, it's the perfect time to go in and highlight those individuals so that they get some recognition. So very, very nice. Lasso says, I love the Dan Mora variant on the new history of the DC Universe issue 1. He's just crushing it right now. He is really, really doing great stuff. Dungeon Crawler Carl will be something I enjoy. I have a feeling, yeah, that's why I got it. So I'm excited for it. That's for sure. 1 a.m. Go to sleep, Mr. Matt. Go to sleep. Rod, the Rican in the chat. What's going on, my friend? Rod, good to see you, buddy. I hope your Saturday's kicking off right. We got Big O's channel. So there's Paul. We got Mr. Comics 89. We got Rod. And then thank you, Christina. Yes, she dropped that link. Guys, just hit the notification on the video. And this way, when it goes live, you can at least help, shout it out, share it, support it, or just be in the chat and add to the algorithm. You don't have to spend anything if you don't have any money, but it's a worthwhile cause. And yes, you should absolutely be there. And of course, silly of me, I should know. Yes, this awesome lady will be in the chat moderating and helping out there. So you can expect more quality moderating there. Ian is in the chat. What's going on, Ian? Good to see you, my friend. Happy Saturday. Let's see here. I wish John had the power to switch the StreamYard countdown clock back to the old music. I actually am thinking about spending some time this summer making my own countdown clock. So how's that? Let's throw that in there. Who has time to think of John? Fair. And yes, there's the link to the charity event as well. Starts at 5 Eastern, 2 o'clock my time. So there you go. Gore Vidal's in the chat. He says, I've been revisiting Titans books, including the Judas Contract and Jeff Johns' Teen Titans. There you go. A little Teen Titans glory. Good to see you, Gore. Happy to have you in the chat, my friend. And I know that I had shouted Gore out in my most recent indie video talking about one specific volume that he gifted me that you probably will not see on anybody else's YouTube channel at any point. So check that out if you haven't seen it. I love this mug because it changes color when you add heat to it. You can see the Joker's laughing gas on one side and the bat signal on the other. But when it's not warm, when the cup is cold, it's just the Gotham skyline. Kind of cool. All right, so let's continue on the books that I picked up. These are the single issues that I got in the last couple of weeks. I have not been able to visit my shop in a while, so it's been a hot minute. But they had some great Storm covers, and she is a member of the Avengers currently, and I've been kind of every once in a while jumping back in to kind of see what's going on with that title. I haven't loved it, but when they have a great variant, I gotta pick it up. I gotta get it. And they had some back issue variants that I was unable to get. Sometimes they restock and they're able to get the variants that I missed out on. So there's one for issue 6 and one for issue 7. Great covers. And then the cover A, which I wasn't able to get for the most recent issue. Like I mentioned, I think on my last video, issues 8 and 9, not my favorites. 1 through 7 are fantastic, but 8 and 9, it's getting a little convoluted for me. So have not been loving it. Of course, I got the blind bag for Exquisite Corpses, which has the character card, I guess, inside. I got that. And I got a fun variant as well. Exquisite Corpses has been great. Issue 2, really solid, good issue. Issue 1 is still, I think, the best single issue for 2025 that I've read. Very happy about how that's going. So well worth it. Kenneth Bird's in the chat. What's going on, Kenneth? As a reminder, this lady just hit, I think, 1,500 followers on Instagram. So if you haven't been following Christina Payne, award-winning moderator extraordinaire, you should hit that link. You should follow her over on Instagram. Mostly because this community needs more people motivating us to be healthy and to exercise and to show their weight loss and weight journeys and their physical fitness journeys. She motivates me a ton. I know that I'm not up to her level. She definitely is light years ahead of me, but it's a good motivator when you see those posts and you see those videos. to get off your duff and go and do something, be outdoors, be physical, be exercising. So thank you for doing that. Do you miss Jabroni and the garage gym? We all do, man. We definitely all do, for sure. The last two, I finished? Exquisite Corpses, very entertaining. Issue 2 had some twists and turns, some good violence. Always bring the best violence over there, but worth the time, absolutely. And I think it's going to be one of the top 2-3 books for me of 2025. It's already shaping up strongly here just in June. We still got 6 more months left, and this book could end up easily being the best book of the year. Who knows? I've also got a fun Birds of Prey variant. This is the Big Barda like dress up variant, kind of fun. I can't remember this artist's name. It's probably on the side here. Ryan Gonzalez. Sorry. Ryan Gonzalez does a bunch of these fun variants. They sort of like anime style, silly fun variants. And I've been enjoying this series. And I thought that cover was just wonderful. Thanos. I'm gonna snap everybody into the gym. That's what I'm gonna do, right? And then yes, Doom Academy. I have not loved it, but I love these characters and I like seeing them in Latveria. So I wanted more from it, but still happy to be picking it up. And I think I'm up to date on those issues. Let's see, John, did you buy any of the George Perez postcard DC variant covers? I did not. I was a good boy overall. I bought a couple extra Storm variants, but that was mostly it. And then I treated myself to some hardcovers, but that was it. I was being a good boy overall, trying my best. So those are my pickups. But then let's get into how I really treated myself. So, yeah, let's start on this side. I have something fun coming up this summer, probably late July, maybe even early August, depending on how things come together. And I wanted to kind of share it with you all now. And it is this. Yeah, I'm going to be hosting the next round of Dungeons and Dragons with the comic book community. And you can see all the comic book community members that are going to be joining me for that listed there. A few of them are in the chat right now. It's Adam from Daymare's Comics. It's Alec from White Whale Comics. Old Wolf Tony, who has a live stream late tonight, a little drinking and hangout show. The middle, that next one is my man Paul, Florida Gulf Coast Big O, who's in the chat. And then lastly, JP from JP Budget Collecting. Those are going to be the players. I'm going to be the dungeon master, and I'm going to be the one telling the story. But you will see those Sunday nights on my channel. The live streams will occur then. And we still have, I think, one more episode, Ryan, on the White Whale Comics channel. He's trying to finish out, but it's been really hard to schedule. So like tomorrow night, I don't think we can all make it. And I think the same with the Sunday after that. So I'm actually free, Ryan, if we want to chat about Sundays. I think the next 2 Sundays I'm free. So those shows, we're just trying to finish out the storyline we were doing on Alec's channel. But then and there's my little light up D&D. Let's see if I can get it to turn on and off. Ooh, sorry, it's hard to see it. Where's this little? Come on, light. There it is. This is a light that was made for me by Daymares. So I will be the D&D host starting somewhere near the end of July, beginning of August. So part of that treating myself is I got the guide for the Keys of the Golden Vault, because this is the storyline I'm going to be doing with those friends. It's a fun anthology heist kind of storyline and series. So you get to see our community members trying to work together and be thieves and, sneak in and out, very Mission Impossible-y kind of style. And this is the golden edition, the Dungeon Master's Guide with all the information about the different portions of that story. I also got a digital version that I can load with maps and things onto the screen so I can share when I'm hosting for those kinds of things. And I treated myself to some fun new dice. I don't have any in this kind of like color. So I thought, I'll get something in that kind of light oceany color scheme. And I added those. So I treated those to myself. Let's see here. Morning, Roscoe. Happy Saturday to you, my friend. Hope things are going well. And Coach Vic is in the chat. What's up, Vic? I got a couple of new DVDs to share, as well as the ones from Coach Vic that I think I've already shared enough times, but I feel like worthy of sharing again. But good to see you, Vic. I hope things are going well. Sorry, I missed Ryan saying thieves. What about gypsies and tramps? I mean, we might have a whole bunch of them. Paul is saying he can't wait. JP says got called away, so currently watching at double speed to catch up and miss nothing. Well, you missed the announcement, but it included you, my friend. In high school, some friends were forbidden from playing D&D by their parents who falsely believed the games were satanic. Yes, I do agree. The satanic panic had a massive impact on D&D in some areas, but it also had the inverse, which I love. I love when those kind of things occur, because the inverse is people like me that were like, this sounds like it's something I want to do now. So that was the inverse reaction that I had. But yeah, great series, a fun game. And I'm going to try to do at least one, if not two live streams before I have the team all on there to explain how the game works and kind of give some of the detailed information of what we're doing and how we're doing it. And then we'll do some episode zeros where you get to see them creating characters and working on things for their characters so that you might get to know them a little bit. And then we will kick it off with the first official mission and getting to meet them all in context. So it should be a whole lot of fun. Should be very enjoying. John talks really fast at 2x speed. I mean, I think I need to stop and breathe from time to time. So that does happen. I understand that completely. So that is coming up on the channel. Yes, something exciting to look forward to. Hopefully I can explain it well and kind of run through it. Yes, exactly. Yes, this is a Strange Academy shirt. I found it through a community member. I'll have to dig back through my emails and send you the link if I can, Roscoe. I got this one. I also got one that said, it's magic, and it looks like Magic's sword from X-Men and New Mutants. Like it's got Ilyana's soul sword in there. So yeah, I got a couple fun ones from this company. I don't know how they get away with it because this seems like it's proprietary, but I don't know. I got the shirt. That's all that matters. So yes, that's very exciting. That's coming up. But that's not it, because my mother-in-law treated me to a few things, and I'm going to go back further here, starting with another fantasy novel called Queen of the Tierling by Erica Johnson, and I had a couple of friends recommend this to me. I don't know if this has any smut in it. I think it's just a fantasy book, but I'm going to add that to my reading pile, and I heard good things about it. So if you are a fantasy reader and you've read it, let me know, the Queen of the Tierling, how you felt about Erica Johansson's novel. So this one was a gift from my mother-in-law. It's not a terribly long one. I think this is less than, not even 500 pages. So this one will probably go a little bit faster than some of the other ones I've been reading. So there's another fantasy book added to the collection. And then, like I said, I got a couple of DVD Blu-rays. What's up? Darth is in the chat. What's going on, Darth? Home from work? Oh, no, you're at work. Sorry, man. Working on a Sunday is rough, or Saturday is rough. I don't, hopefully you get days off during the week to make up for it. First up is the Hannibal Lecter collection. This is a cool set because it's really the only way currently that you can get good Blu-rays of Manhunter, which is something that I've been trying to find. I've got a DVD, but it's pretty low quality. So I was excited to get this set. It's a three movie set where you get Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal, and Manhunter. Thankfully, no Red Dragon because nobody needs that. Very, very entertaining. John, can you eat a Carl's Jr. Western bacon cheeseburger for me? I mean, I do like those sandwiches. They're very enjoyable. And yes, I called a hamburger a sandwich. Deal with it. This is fun. I'm going to open this up actually and take a look and see how it looks on the inside. Cliff, yes. There were some birthday books, but I got one slab here that I have not unboxed. I'm opening up some Blu-rays right now. Whoa. I'm giving everybody a little fun ASMR. So it is a 3-disc set. You got a disc for each movie. But this is cool. I'm excited to see a nice high-res Manhunter, William Peterson and Michael Mann's great version of Red Dragon. Dennis Farina, Joan Allen, like really great cast. I don't know what else to say. It's just a really solid movie. Brian Cox plays Hannibal Lecter if you haven't seen it. So really, really fun set. And again, it's as far as I know, currently still the only way to get a nice high-res copy of Manhunter. So very, very excited to have that in the collection. And yes, that is a pedigree. Where is it? Sorry, that is a pedigree Daredevil. You got eyes, my friend. You got great eyes, right? Yes, and I think I had when I sent it in to get reholdered, I had forgotten that it was a pedigree because the color of the label was different back then, and I think it just had a blue label and it just marked it as a pen. It's like a Western pen pedigree, I think. But the holder was a little old and it was starting to separate. And so I sent it in to get reslabbed, and lo and behold, they had come up with the gray label at that point, which is kind of the ugly gray color label that it has now. But yes, it looks nice now. So a 9.2. The other movie is Lady Hawk, which is a freaking tastic fantasy movie. Sorry. Yeah. Rutger Hauer, Michelle Pfeiffer. Here's our Matthew Broderick protagonist, John Wood. So lots of great actors in this film. It's so fun. The music is super 80s. I love it. Give me all the 80s music. Let's see if the disc has anything fun. It's just the classic Lady Hawk imagery there. This is just a great movie. This movie is just I love it. It's got fun twists. It's got great comedy, powerful drama, good in-camera special effects, really well done. Worth the time if you've never heard of Lady Hawk, 1986, I believe. I've already lost the date. My eyes, even with my glasses, some of this writing is so damn small. I mean, 1985. Sorry, 1985. Very, very entertaining. So enjoy that. Thank you, Cliff. Yes, it was last Sunday, but I've been kind of laying low on the YouTube live stream side, so I haven't had a chance to kind of share some of that stuff. So it's been this is kind of a show off kind of a thing. Thank you too, Roscoe. I appreciate it, my friend. It's Jane Austen's month on BookTube. It's always Jane Austen's month, it seems, but I'm waiting for Girl Gone Wild, the unauthorized biography of Jane Austen written by Lord Byron. All right. Sam and Camaria did not enjoy Lady Hawk. What? I don't know who Camaria is, but Sam, shocking. That's unbelievable to me. That movie is fantastic and absolutely enjoyable. So they must have had something. They must have had a stick up their butt when they watched it. I don't know. Unwilling to accept that as a response. Okay, I think I've done everything but the slab. So here we go. Thank you to Houdat Comics, because I bought this from him before he went to Heroes Con. Much appreciated that he was able to kind of get it shipped out so quickly. And I got it a few days ago. It's one of my favorite covers from last year. I have the Virgin variant, which is the 1 in 25. And I have the regular variant, which is the B cover. He got it in a 9.8. And I got it now. This is a beautiful X-Men 29 cover. It's perfect for having your coffee in the morning. Look at her. Just living the dream. Yeah. That's it, gang. That is it. Look at that X mug. Come on, gang. Of course they got their own mugs. Of course it's all branded. Heck yeah. This is gorgeous. Dodderman obviously is incredibly talented, and it looks good with the trade dress as well, because it's a very subtle trade dress with like the X logo up here somewhere. Just a beauty, and he gave me a great deal on this. I even considered buying another slab, but I just was like, it's a lot of money right now. I don't know if I'm ready, but this one I couldn't say no to. He even came to me with it. It was like, hey, before I put this up anywhere, are you interested? This is the price. And we got it done. Collector P is over here. What's going on, man? Sounds like he and I might have a chance to meet up down in San Diego at the San Diego Comic-Con. What is it? The 24th of July. I was just reminding myself of the dates. I sounds like I'm going to be able to go to all 4 days of San Diego Comic-Con, which I've never done before. I've only ever gone to Sunday. That's the only day I've ever been able to go to the San Diego Comic-Con. So to go to all 4 days, it's gonna really push me to the limit. But I'm not gonna like stay all day long. I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm gonna pace myself. I'll be able to go to preview night. I'll be able to go Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I'll be doing a little bit of everything. That's my plan. Pacing myself. I'm trying to slow down for you, JP. I was trying to slow down. Who has their own sandwiches? People have their own sandwiches. Lady Hawk is great. I'm glad you're a fan. You need to go back and rewatch it. I think it holds up. Gore says it's a good film. He's willing to say that. We'll accept that. But yeah, so those were my big birthday purchases for self and purchases for me by my family. So my birthday presents. Those are all my comic nerd related birthday presents. Yeah. Next up, I wanted to show one of the videos, or not show the video, but tell you about one of the videos coming up on my channel, just as a heads up. Channel members will get to watch it probably tonight or tomorrow night when I finish editing, shooting, whatever. But it's a rebranding. Gang, it is time. I have had so many comments about this is not a kids channel anymore. You don't have kids here. They're not coming on the channel anymore, John. You need to rebrand your channel. And I reached out to Kingpin Comics, who has made my logo originally. And I said, hey, can we update the logo? Can you help me with the logo? And I'll hook you up with something. How can I pay? Whatever. And he's made my logo the first time. He made Bueller's logo. He's done a ton of community member logos. And it is time. It is time. The time has come for this channel to make not the biggest change in the world, but to, officially be recognizing the fact that the kids aren't so much a part of the channel as much anymore. And I'm sorry if that disappoints. They will still pop in like they do incredibly irregularly, but it felt like a good, necessary change. And hopefully something that people are all on board for. Let's see here. The X-Men have their sandwiches and Rachel has her own dinners. Okay, fair. Mark is in the chat. What's going on, Mark? Hope to meet you. I hope so too, Mark. That is my plan. Although hearing from poor Cliff sound like he had a rough Heroes Con. Don't make him your brand ambassador for Heroes Con. That does not that does not sound like something that anybody needs on their list right now. Who that's in the chat, and I was just sharing this book. If you guys aren't following Houdat, and if you're not watching tonight, he's going to probably be part of the Band of Brothers auction over on who's hosting? I think Bleecker is hosting. There's the Bleecker Street logo right there. The Bleecker Street Comics channel, I think, is hosting the Band of Brothers auction tonight, and you might be able to snag some deals on some great slabs, some great issues, and great comics. He was at Heroes Con. He probably picked up all kinds of things, and he's looking to flip them, make a little deal, covers his expenses. So be over there for that over on that channel. So I'm grateful for the deal on this slab, and I'll probably be watching that Band of Brothers auction, looking for more deals. I'm just saying. John's Comics lost his kids. That's a possibility. How about John's Comics abandoned his kids? Whew. I don't want to get into like marriage counseling over it. John's Comics with issues. I've always had issues, lots of issues. Are the kids aware that they're out on the street? They've been waiting for this day. John's Comics resent their exposure to a YouTube audience at a tender age, suing dad, news to follow. Looking forward to John's Comics with more cowbell. All right. Punishing the kids by freeing up their Saturday mornings. They're in there. They're awake this morning. They just weren't having it. Omitting the kids from the brand. John is omitting the kids from any financial gain. C-Bizzle's in the chat. What's going on, C-Biz? Hope your Saturday's going well, my friend. Thank you, Houdat. I appreciate it, man. Absolutely. John's Comics has kids. So officially, Monday. The plan around noon, I guess, on my channel is I'll be going through and swapping out all the old logos, loading some new logos, and so you'll see everything will change except for any of these things I've already had printed that are in the background. Those things will stay. But all the little branding pieces, all the little name pieces, all the locations you'll find me, TikTok, Instagram, all that kind of stuff, I'm going to slowly be taking some time at noon my time. Right. I guess that's noon Eastern. I'll be going through after the video is official and going through and changing it. And I will be updating this summer all my stickers. Although if you have the older stickers, those are going to be a collector's item, right? That's what that is. But no, I'm going to be updating my stickers, updating the t-shirts and all that kind of stuff. So all kinds of things. Those are memories that should stay. I agree. My friend, one of my best friends from school, made this for me. Of course, Shop, great community member. He made this for me. So some of that stuff, I don't want to get rid of it. But of course, anything that's digital, that's easy to swap out, I'll just switch out. And again, shout out to Kingpin Comics. He does digital artwork. He's a vet. He's a comic community member and comic book fan. Just an all-around impressive individual. And he's been, ever since I first went with this logo, he's been involved with continuing to kind of help me out and give me a high-res quality copies so that I can make t-shirts and stuff and updating it now with the new logo. So huge props and thanks to him. And when I make that video, I'll make sure his links and stuff are there, right? You're not changing the Long John Silver logo, are you? Don't worry, Monty. No, we're just updating it we're not totally swapping it out. In fact, what I censored there in the middle of the thumbnail for the video that's coming Monday, it's just one word. Kids is coming out and a different word is going in its place. And that's it. It's a one-word switch. I will still be your favorite comic community restaurant. I've got you, buddy. Word of warning, John. Remember what happened when New Coke replaced Old Coke? Yeah. I know. The good news is I don't have to worry about it. As far as like, see, look, the cup is getting colder. There's no more. You can still kind of see the bat logo. It's still there, and you can kind of see the ha 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 Joker laughing gas. I did not choose to go with this. The one hint I'm giving you. I am not. That seems like that's going to get me in a lot of problems if I go with the John's Comics with Teens. Thank you, Monty. I just want to make sure you're hungry for fried chicken and I don't know, deep fried fish fillets and stuff. I want you to be hungry when you watch my channel. John's doing the drama. It's funny you should mention that, Darth. My friend Simon, Simple Simon, he's a great community member from Australia, and he posted a video just recently on comic drama and made some phenomenal points. Really, really upped the bar, I think, as far as explaining his view and feelings on comic drama and why he has not made videos on that topic. And I basically was, totally agreeing with him. His video was really well done, and look, good, you saw it too. It hit all the right marks for me. I agree with like almost everything he said. I thought he really expressed himself well. Yeah, basically I'm at the same 99% range somewhere. And I get it. I get everything he's saying, and I agree. I get how it would turn him off from watching comic book content, and how he is kind of in some ways drifted away from the community because he feels like this is now the popular content or whatever, is this genre that's kind of blown up. And obviously at the forefront of that there's a couple of guys that have gotten really successful doing this. And
And I basically just was reminding him that, look, if that's not what you're into, and you don't have to be into it, you got to be good about feeding your algorithm, right? You've got to be good about clicking on those videos that are doing the opposite, right? The JP Budget Collecting drops his 4-year look back video. Did you watch that? Where he is looking at comic book values 4 years after they were hot. That's a valuable counterculture thing to the drama, right? When Magic Lasso makes his video reviewing Superman key comics and books that he loves to read, not keys as in like valuable, keys as in important stories. Are you in that chat? Are you clicking that link? Are you hitting that thumbs up? Right. So how you feed the algorithm is just as important as making maybe that video to comment on the drama, not enjoying that content. I feel like you've got to be able to do the what I told him was, be the change you want to see in the world. If you don't like that content, that means you've got to then find the other content, right? When Sector 2815 and Mark are doing their DC video every Monday morning that they post, are you in that chat? Are you watching them break down the current DC books and hyping you up on the new Absolute comics that are coming out and what they read and what happened in those stories? Because if you're about the books, if you're about the stories and the characters and the art, you got to be supporting the channels doing that stuff. And that's the other side of that coin. And saying you don't like the drama is fine, but are you actively supporting channels that are avoiding that stuff and doing their best to drop that stuff, right? So yeah, and Mark, you got that wrench. If you want to drop 2815's link to his channel, please do. I have no problem with that. So yeah, that's just what I'm trying to promote here. And I think I know that I'm in the right circles when somebody says, "Oh my gosh, did you see that drama video?" And people's response are, "There's some drama going on. I didn't hear about it," because those people are like, "No, I just sort of cut that out of my life." And if somebody's crapping on a certain creator, then obviously if you're a fan of that creator, just going to them and saying like, "Hey, no, I loved your video this week," and moving on, because it doesn't have to be an attack. It doesn't have to be a big drama, right? You can just be supportive. And that algorithm listens to you. It listens to you. So if you keep clicking on those videos with all the all the intense drama stuff, it will feed you more of it. It'll feed you more of that. This is true. But we love Mark anyways. We love him anyways. And there is the link to Sector 2815. If you guys don't know Paul, he's not only has this weekly DC recap show with Mark, but he also does Guess That Key, which is a whole lot of fun. I've been on that show a few different times. I'd love to be back if they ever need a guest at the last second. Certainly summertime, it's easier for me to join if you guys need anybody, Mark. But Guess That Key is a whole lot of fun. That's a great show where you're having a laugh about comics. You're sharing what you got recently. You're highlighting the joy of this medium. So those kinds of things, I think, if you're feeding the algorithm with the likes and the comments and the live stream connections in those videos, you're going to get less of the drama. It's just kind of how it works. And yeah, this is the comment right here, Ian. I guess I'm avoiding drama because I have no idea there is. And that's the thing. I feel like Simon got looped into his algorithm feeding him drama, and then he's missing out on all the other stuff over here, right? All the other, quality content that's happening over here. And if you just follow, and he mentions Metarog, who's a great community member. If you don't know Metarog, another great community member you should be aware of. Like, he just makes comments and content about the stuff he loves, the books he's reading, the old stuff he's reading and collecting, the things he's passionate about. The drama never lands. It's like he's like Teflon, the drama just bounces right off of him and it never becomes a thing. So worth it, right? I've made the drama videos and don't even make content. Spider. I'm biased towards quality. Hey, John, this anti-drama rant is getting dramatic. 99% of the time, I never see those videos because of that. More than half the time, I don't even know about the drama. I don't even know the channels involved. And that's the thing. I think if you're busy watching, the indie show where JP is talking about the new Daniel Warren Johnson trade that came out, or we just did travel. I was just doing a whole video on traveling to Mars with JP on Wednesday night. And that's where you want to be. Be there. We're talking about great indie books that you might have missed out on, sharing you the artwork and the story and getting you hyped on those things. Be there for that. Because if you're only feeding the algorithm the other stuff, that's all you're going to get. That's all you're going to find. So there you go. Good thing I'm very self-aware, Mark Wayne. C. Woodard is in the chat. What's going on, Carson? Good to see you, friend. Hope your Saturday's kicking off well. Hope things are going well. But anyways, I wanted to highlight Simple Simon's video because I thought he did a really great job. And I know it stressed him out to kind of make it because he talked a lot about, I've tried to make these kinds of videos and I often just delete them and move on. And I've done the same because I don't. And the comment I made to him is I was like, people have made hate videos about me, and that's fine. I guess they have time on their hands or whatever. I don't want to respond. I don't want to make a video. I don't want them to tell me what I need to do on my channel. I don't want them to change my content. So now I'm making their crummy drama content now. I'm not joining in that. So, be the change you want to see in the world, right? So I just feel like I don't want to participate in that. I'm having too much fun talking to you guys about Lady Hawk and Local Man and traveling to Mars and stupid storm variants and things like this is more what I want to do with my channel because it's more about the fun, the friends, the content that I'm enjoying. So, that's just me. I feel bad for the guys making the videos. My cousin thought they were my ex-girlfriend from high school. Spiders on a roll today. You got to meet Seawood at Heroes Con. Lucky man. Who that? Lucky man. Make and watch videos about stuff you love. There it is. It's just that simple. Just that simple. It doesn't take much to trigger the algorithm. Sometimes I can see a Comicsgate channel video and soon thereafter my feed is filled with them. It's true. It's really true. And you just got to be hard on yourself. It's like eating healthy or exercise or whatever. You just need to keep consistent as best as you can. So yeah, Seaward, it just came out. I'll grab it. I treated myself to the hardcover that just came out recently. Price point is $59.99. But my LCS obviously gives me the good discount on the first week that they come out. So this just dropped. It's got the entire story up to now, and they have currently not officially announced when the next volume will start. So this is it. This is the whole book. This is the entire Local Man. If you haven't read it, worth the time. So I'm gonna if I run across Sealy or Felicis, I'm gonna have them sign and maybe remark this hardcover. And I've been reading it through trades or digitally, so I can give all that kind of stuff away because now I have this beautiful hardcover edition, man. Worth it. 100% agree. I don't respond or participate in drama. Won't watch that at all. And I'm happier for it. I mean, we could talk about mental health side effects too, right, Monty? It's like I enjoy this hobby, and I don't want to come to this hobby with stress and frustration and exhaustion and be like drawing stupid lines in the sand. You can't be my friend because you can't be this person. I don't want any of that. I want to come to this hobby with just joy, and that's it. Like that, nothing else. So it's better as a way to relax and a way to be enthusiastic. This is my de-stress. This is my way of unwinding, right? So for me, that's why I come here. And that other stuff would absolutely exhaust me and cost me sleep. And I don't want any of that. I really don't want any of that. It's fair. You could blame Perry for all of it. And I think that's an absolutely accurate way to go about this. It's why I watch a lot of you guys' content to cleanse myself. It's like the cleansing waters, Lopez. That's what you need. If I like the trade, I'll upgrade to the hardcover. Sure, absolutely go for it. I watched a video about black holes last weekend. My feed was instantly filled with astronomy videos. Dove in and had a fun week. There you go. I love it. Barry is the secret drama leader. He's a troll. He's a troll. He likes to push people a little bit. What's up, Will? Good to see you, Vogs. I saw you all across Heroes Con, man. Very jealous. Wish I could have been there to hang out with you, buddy. That looked like a lot of fun. Unless you were Cliff, and then it maybe was not so much fun. Definitely Perry's fault. I afterward vaccinate by watching Natalie Portman, Monica Bellucci, Kirsten Dunst videos. Yes, algorithm, fetch me more Monica Bellucci. Do your work, algorithm. Do your work. I'm here for gang warfare. Whew. I don't know about that. What would Wonder Woman do? Ooh, what would the Weather Witch do? What would Wanda do? What would Witchy Wanda do? I would not have predicted that as the way that algorithm or that acronym would go. Sorry, acronym was the word I was looking for. Well, there you go, friends. That was my very tiny rant. I recommend watching Simon's video. It's about 30 minutes long. It's worth it. I like Ironheart. Let the drama begin. I mean, actually, this is a great point, Darth. When it comes to drama about opinions, like drama about, oh, I like this book, or I didn't like this book, or I like this movie, or I didn't like this movie, or I like this show, I didn't like this. That's fun. That's just debate. That's opinion. That's debate. That's very enjoyable. And I've gotten into a lot of fun, heated discussions around that kind of stuff. And it's always enjoyable. It's always fun because, again, nobody takes it very seriously. And it's not like you saying you hated Ironheart or me saying I loved Ironheart. It does not ruin the joy I got from it, right? It doesn't impact it. Knowing that somebody else didn't like it doesn't in any way impact the joy I'm getting from it, right? You know, Jig's Kingdom's always crapping on me because I got the new Storm variant, and then there he is buying 17 variants for each issue of ASM. We can poke fun at each other, and it doesn't ruin the joy he gets or the joy I get. It's just a lot of fun. So that kind of stuff, that's the good kind of trolling and drama. When I and I don't know if any of my channel members can drop the John AF. I have a John AF. What's it called? It's not a GIF. Logo, symbol, emoji. There it is. I have a John AF emoji that's kind of fun and funny. It all came out of me taking shots at Batman AF and Absolute Batman and how stupid I think that book is. But it's fine. Like everybody else loves it except me, and that's fine. And it's fun and it's funny, right? So John AF is hilarious to me. And I made it specifically for circumstances because he thought it was hilarious. Batman advance forward, John advance forward, because we know that that's not what AF stands for, but let's just keep it there. So for me, like that stuff's a whole lot of fun, and opinions and joking and having a laugh, that stuff's always very entertaining to me. But nobody's taking shots at individuals. They're taking shots at, stories and things. Some people take it seriously, but yes, with people that have good perspectives, you can debate in a fun way. There you go. That's what it's all about. At my LCS, a guy is angrily triggered by something like, I love Ironheart, Star Wars, or new Disney film. And we worry he will have a stroke. When your identity gets maybe too wrapped up in these things, that might be where you have a bit of a problem. Drew, we gaming tonight. Uh-oh. Trouble's happening. Jigs has to keep up with the BLC and myself every month. He's doing his best. Nobody's gonna do that. He failed when we went head to head with BLC this last time. It seemed like it was bad news. All right, I'm about to jump out of here, friends. It's been almost an hour, but I wanted to let you know the two things that I'm going to be watching today, and then the one place you'll find me later today. In a little less than 5 hours, over on the Bronze Age Nerd YouTube channel, there's a charity auction going for Heroes, or it's a veterans organization, and it starts at 2:00 my time, 5 Eastern. There's an auction going, so comic books, original art, all kinds of things that are going to support veterans causes, mental health, services for veterans. So all kinds of good stuff going on there. So if you're not subscribed to Chris's channel, the Bronze Age Nerd, I think he's got something like 5,000 subscribers. He's blowing up. He's a massive channel, but you should be there. If nothing else, just to promote it. You don't need to be buying anything. You could just promote the quality content that he's producing there and the cause that he's supporting. So that's at 5 Eastern. I think it's at 7 Eastern. The Band of Brothers, and maybe if any of the Band of Brothers are in the chat, if Hudat's still here, I know that the Band of Brothers have their auction going on tonight, and they've always got amazing deals. I usually end up snagging a couple of things every time they go live and do their auction. So that's on the Bleecker Street Comics YouTube channel this evening. I know Hudat's going to be there. I'm sure Biggie might pop in there. I'm sure Cali Comics might pop in there. It's possible that a lot of our community members, Papa Wheelie, some of those gents are on there selling their stuff. So that is this evening. I will be in those chats. I will be bidding on stuff. So if it's Scott Storm, don't bid on it. That's for me. Then at 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock my time, Old Wolf is going live for a hangout, and I will probably be there to join for that. So that's where you can find me live again next. Sunday night, I might be over on Magic Lasso's channel, depend on what he's doing. If this Sunday, if he's busy or not, maybe it's a chance for me to be over on the Fanboys Live and the Retro Review. I haven't been on there in a hot minute, so I might be joining them at some point in the next few weeks. And then my videos for the upcoming week, as I mentioned, I'll be doing my channel rebranding video. That will be dropping Monday with the new channel name and everything going on. It'll be totally new, all different John's Comics with. So that's happening on Monday. And then I've got an unboxing video for Thursday. I got some cool comic books relating to Cable, the Nathan Summers. So I got some cool videos for that coming along as well. Gotta love it. Old Wolf Trainwreck. Hey, he's doing some kind of a drink and hangout show tonight. John's Comics and Boobs. Fair. That's a good idea. I might totally change everything right now. They are wrong and you are right. Absolute Batman is trash. It is. It's true. It is trash. It is trash. But yes, thank you, Perry, for coming by. I appreciate you, buddy. So yeah, that's what's going on for me for the next week. I don't have any live streams set up for my channel, but I might decide to go live and do some fun things. Maybe even just one of the first D&D streams, because as I mentioned, I am going to be the host for the next round of Dungeons and Dragons with the comic book community. So starting somewhere at the end of July, I will be doing the first of many shows with the comic community playing Dungeons and Dragons, and you can tune in for having some of that. So might be worth checking out. I'm cleaning the house while watching on the TV. Well, there you go. I am not a fan. Sorry. But I'm also supremely biased. I'm not a Scott Snyder fan. I've not really read anything by him that I loved. There are some stuff I've read, mostly just The Court of Owls, that I liked, but nothing I've loved. And there've been plenty that I downright loathe. So I think I'm prejudiced against that man, and I'm happy to admit my bias and admit that this book doesn't work for me, but it apparently works for everybody else. So I'm the idiot. I'm happy to be the idiot, but at least I'm honest about my feelings about it. So there's that. Now I'm going to wait. You might like it. It feels like typical Scott Snyder stuff. So if you like his take on, what is it, Batman with lots of guns and Batman the Last Night on Earth, and if you like his view of Batman as this like aggressively intense, violent, oversized vigilante, like that's your jam. I like Batman as the contemplative detective, and that's not Scott Snyder's Batman. Scott Snyder wants his Batman to punch guys through walls, and that's and that's what he wants. So that's not my Batman. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. Technically, I'm a week almost into being 48. So, but I've been kind of quiet on the YouTube front for my channel. So it's my first chance to kind of be live on my channel since my birthday. So I appreciate all the nice wishes. I didn't see Megan 1. I'm way behind on that. I thought Absolute Bats was okay, but yes, this is the truest content. Absolute Wonder Woman is the top tier of all the Absolute books. Superman, I would say to a lesser extent, but still superior. And then Batman is the floor. It's the basement. So there's that. It's called Detective Comics. Boom. There you go. All right, gang. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. I hope if you can, I hope you support some of the amazing causes going on. Stuff like Comics Curing Cancer, which has stuff now for sale. You can get things. And of course, the Heroes for Heroes auction on Bronze Age Nerds YouTube channel this evening. I thank you all for coming by and for hanging out with us and having a little chat and a little laugh. And I will catch you all again later.